Did Warframe just kill Wayfinder? Is the question I'm asking. Because what we have here is actually a news story about how Wayfinder, Warframe publisher, Digital Extremes, cut workers from Wayfinder. So basically, there had been some layoffs within the Wayfinder division at Digital Extremes. For those of you guys that know, Digital Extremes is the publisher of Warframe and of Wayfinder. So let's go on reading this. Wayfinder publisher Digital Extremes laid off an unknown number of employees on Thursday, according to several impacted people. The layoffs were focused on the company's external projects, such as Wayfinder, and publishing teams, which were handling Airship Syndicate's Wayfinder. Airship Syndicate were the developers behind Wayfinder. The layoffs come after Digital Extremes, which released Warframe in 2023, replaced founder James with former Warframe creative director Steve as the new CEO in October. At least 20 people were let go. 2 people said Digital Extremes had not confirmed how many workers were cut, though. The future of Digital Extreme publishing games like Wayfinder is also unclear. With that said, I'm curious about Soulframe, not to bring another title up, but Soulframe is a bit different because Soulframe is done in-house, if that makes sense. The same developers that, develop Warframe are also developing Soulframe. And it's using the same engine and everything. Soulframe and Warframe could end up being 2 sides of the same coin as far as game engines are concerned, if that makes any sense at all. It also goes on to say Digital Extremes is looking to focus its resources internally and will stop supporting Wayfinder. It will transfer full ownership over the new few months to developer Airship Syndicate, a Digital Extremes representative told Polygon. That's where I'm reading this from right now. Action MMO Wayfinder was released in early access on August 17th to mixed review. The biggest mixed review, I feel like, had to do with the fact that technically it's going to be a free-to-play game, but you had to get a founder's pack initially. So it hasn't been released as free-to-play yet. They said it was going to be free-to-play. Then I believe they said in 6 months or so, it would go on to be a thing that you could get. So founded first, then free-to-play. So I believe that's how they worked it. People were excited about it. People logged on about it. And then it had a bunch of issues from the beginning. It had issues of, like, for the first week or so, no one could even log on. And then people who could log on, then after, the grind for everything was super slow. Like, super snail slow. Now, unfortunately, what this means is, yes, Airship Syndicate is going to apparently get full ownership of Wayfinder, which is good, but that means they won't have any financial backing from Digital Extreme. So Wayfinder is still in the air. But if Wayfinder isn't going to be a Digital Extremes game anymore, then it's not something that I'm going to be covering on this particular channel. But if you are enjoying Wayfinder, I actually do have another YouTube channel where I play games outside of just Warframe, and that channel could cover games such as Wayfinder. Feel free to check it out. As far as the layoffs, it's very unfortunate that there has been layoffs. I feel like there's been a lot of layoffs in the gaming industry. I feel like Wayfinder, they literally just like yesterday did a patch where they made it so you'll get more XP. So they were slowly listening to people. It took a while, but they did start listening to people, which is good, but I don't know, it seems like too little too late. Or on the flip side, do you think that Digital Extremes should have gave them a bit more time? Do you think like, oh, they just need time? Or do you think Wayfinder is gone, whatever? I hope at the very least I don't know how easy it would be for them to turn it into a single player game because it is an MMO, which means they got paid their server costs. And I don't know many indie games that are MMOs, if I'm being honest, because the server cost is so much up there. But I don't know the future. I'm just telling you guys what I know based on the article that we read not too long ago. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the matter. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.